If you need to create visuals for a project, you might first try the drawing tools that are built into the Microsoft Office programs that you already use. These may do the trick for very simple charts and diagrams, but if you try to make something a bit more complicated, you'll find that you won't get far. And the results that you do get are not professional looking. SmartDraw, on the other hand, allows you to make complex visuals that look great on the first use. It's so much more powerful than Office's drawing tools, yet still incredibly easy to use. Let's try building some visuals with each tool and see how they compare. Whether you're using Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, you'll find this illustration box under the Insert tab. Here, you'll find some tools for making visuals. Let's start with the most basic, this Shapes tool. We'll try to build a flowchart. Select the rectangle and draw it out on the page. Once you do that, a Format tab opens up. Using this tab, you can continue to add shapes and lines. You have to draw and connect them yourself and try to make sure that everything is even and aligned correctly. You can also add fill colors and some other basic style options here. Click here and type to add text, and eventually you'll be able to create something that looks like a flowchart, but it will take a long time. And it would take even more time and effort to build a more complex chart with split paths and more data. And editing a completed chart is a nightmare. Now let's build a flowchart in SmartDraw. With just a few clicks, we've already built out multiple shapes. Everything is automatically connected and aligned and already professionally styled. Use these action buttons to add boxes in any direction, or press Ctrl and the arrow keys to add objects. Add text just by typing, and navigate from shape to shape using the tab or arrow keys. Click here to split paths and keep building. Easily change colors and styles with just a click. No matter how big or complicated you want to get with your chart, SmartDraw can handle it and helps you keep it easy to understand and control. And editing your chart is so easy. Just delete, add shapes, or drag them to where you want them to go. And everything automatically realigns and adjusts. The difference is striking. The same is true for mind maps and org charts. Trying to build them with the Office Shapes tool is tedious, frustrating, and very limiting. With SmartDraw, you can go as big as you want and have detailed, data-rich charts in minutes. The most advanced tool for creating diagrams available in Office is called SmartArt, but even this area only contains rudimentary templates. Select the template that you want, for instance this org chart, and a partially built org chart appears. It's easy enough to add your data to these shapes, and adding a couple more shapes isn't too difficult. But as you get bigger, the experience gets more frustrating. Editing and readjusting the placement is complicated. You can try to move things around, but it will get messy, and you have to work hard to get things lined up. The same is true for the other SmartArt templates. Most of these templates are also very plain and basic, if not ugly. With SmartDraw, adding and editing shapes is intuitive. Everything always looks neat and professional, no matter how complex the chart. Clearly, Office's SmartArt is not very smart compared to SmartDraw. Now let's look at Microsoft Office's Chart tool. When you select a chart type, Excel is automatically opened. This is because you can only edit these charts by entering data in a corresponding Excel spreadsheet. This gives you very little control over the customization and design of your charts, and having to keep going back to a spreadsheet to change values is clumsy and time-consuming. Sure, there are some design options here, but they are limited. In SmartDraw, you have total control over what your charts look like. Simply drag the shapes and adjust values, and easily customize the chart as you envision it. Select this table icon if you prefer adding in the data that way. Or, if you already have your data set up in Excel, just import the spreadsheet to your work area by clicking here, and the chart automatically appears, much nicer looking than how it would appear in Word and easier to customize. Some may try building their visuals directly in PowerPoint, since they'll be using PowerPoint for a presentation anyway. In a medium in which style and clarity are vital to keeping an audience's attention, this would be a big mistake. It's far easier and in the long run much less work to build your visuals in SmartDraw and send them to PowerPoint. It's just a matter of clicking one button in SmartDraw to export this visual into a PowerPoint slide. In fact, you can export any SmartDraw visual to the other Office programs with just a click. So it makes sense to use SmartDraw even for simpler visuals. You may already have the Office tools handy, but with SmartDraw's automation, you'll end up saving time in the end, and the results are so much better. And for complicated visuals, it's no contest. You just can't build them correctly with Office alone. SmartDraw lets anyone create rich, complex, great-looking visuals with ease.